All right, so today's topic, can my financial advisor help me prepare my estate plan? Many of you already have a relationship with a financial advisor. It's one of the things that I encourage clients to do. It's one of the parts of the peace of mind plan that I talk about, is having a proper financial plan in place so that you know where you are going, you know what changes you need to be making to make sure that your financial plan is going to get you to be where you want to be. So you might already have a personal relationship with a financial advisor. And many financial advisors, because we work with financial advisors throughout the state of Michigan, and many financial advisors have a very good understanding of the importance of having an estate plan as part of your overall financial plan. They will talk to you about that. They will encourage you as part of the overall financial plan to get your estate plan in place. And most of them that I talk to have a very good understanding of various estate planning tools. They know what a living trust is, what wills are, what powers of attorney are, and they might well be able to explain those documents or those strategies in very general terms and how various estate planning tools work. You'll, in fact, find a number of financial advisors who advertise that they do estate planning. And some of them you will come across might even have certain designations that suggest that they also have particular knowledge on estate planning. There are some of them might be what they call an accredited estate planner. There's an organization that certifies those folks. There are certified estate planners, or CEPs, and there are certified estate and trust specialists, CES. And there are a number of other designations. There are a number of groups out there that in some way, shape, or form certify people as having particular knowledge or information or expertise when it comes to estate planning. Unfortunately, though, if your financial planner is not a licensed attorney in the state of Michigan, they cannot advise you about what estate planning tools are right for you. So while they might be able to talk about what a living trust is, and they might be able to talk about what a will is, when the question is presented, do you need one? They, unless they are a licensed attorney in the state of Michigan, cannot answer that question for you, because only a licensed attorney in the state of Michigan can do that. Also, if the decision is made by you after discussing with your financial planner and you decide, hey, I think I should have a living trust, they, again, can't prepare the documents for you. So you're going to need somebody who can both advise you as to what is the appropriate estate planning strategy or what are the appropriate estate planning documents for you, keeping in mind what your goals are, what you're trying to accomplish, what your estate plan consists of, what your family consists of, all those things that I've talked about in previous episodes that need to be considered in putting together your estate plan. And you then are going to need a licensed attorney to prepare the documents for you. A financial planner who's not licensed, or anybody who's not licensed, and prepares estate planning documents for somebody else, if they're not a licensed attorney in the state of Michigan, that's a misdemeanor crime in the state of Michigan, practicing law without a license. You might remember in a previous episode when I talked about one of the dangers of preparing your own estate planning documents was the situation where a number of people will prepare estate planning documents for their spouse, or maybe children will prepare estate planning documents for their parents. And I discussed then, and I remind you now, those are problems in the state of Michigan, because if you're not a licensed attorney, you can't prepare an estate planning document for your spouse, or you can't prepare an estate planning document for your parent or somebody else. Only licensed attorneys are authorized by the state of Michigan to prepare those documents. So what's going to happen with your financial advisor, or what ought to happen with your financial advisor, is as part of the conversation and making decisions about, or you thinking about what your estate plan should be, and your financial advisor perhaps talking about what a trust is or maybe what a will is. But at some point in time, they're going to have to refer you to an attorney who can assist you in putting together that plan and creating the documents for you. And that's one of the reasons that we have relationships with a lot of different financial advisors throughout the state of Michigan. During my 36 years as an attorney, I've had opportunities to meet with many of them and work with many of them in assisting their clients. So there are a number of them throughout the state of Michigan who regularly refer their clients to us to evaluate for them, make recommendations to them, and prepare either a new estate plan for them or perhaps update the estate planning documents that they already have. In fact, we have created a very unique estate planning service. It's called Express Estate Plans. It's a unique service that's offered by our law firm, Doyle Law PC. It's a service that is available through authorized facilitators. An authorized facilitator is a financial advisor, some sort of financial professional in the state of Michigan who has, we've made an arrangement with them to serve as an authorized facilitator. They're not our employees. They're not our agents. They're independent business people. But we've come up with a plan, and basically through the Express Estate Plan service, what happens is they understand our estate planning process, and they are able to assist you in working with us and providing us with the information that we need in order to evaluate and make recommendations and hopefully prepare documents for you. So the arrangement essentially one where you would meet with your financial advisor, and they will provide you with our Express Estate Planning workbook. That workbook goes through and explains estate planning documents, talks about what our background is, and then there's going to be a worksheet section in it where you're going to fill out information on yourself and your family, what your estate planning goals are, who the different people that you might want to appoint for different fiduciary responsibilities, maybe trustees or guardians for children or agents under powers of attorney, etc. Your authorized facilitator then, who provided the workbook to you, is going to meet with you to review the workbook, not to complete it for you, but to make sure that all of the information is complete so that there's not something missing. And then they are going to call us to set up an initial telephone consultation with us between you and us, because we need to talk to you at least by phone, so that we can make sure we understand what you're looking at doing, make sure we understand what your circumstances are, and be in a position to make recommendations to you. And in advance of that meeting, what's going to happen is your authorized facilitator is going to send to us that workbook that you completed along with some supporting documentation. We require a photo ID. If you're going to use a credit card, there's a credit card form, or write us a check, however the payment's going to happen to be. And there's some additional paperwork that you're going to sign as part of that process. But essentially, they will send everything to us. We will review it, and then we will start the process with you with our initial telephone consultation so that we can make sure we're clear on what it is your circumstances are, what your goals are, make recommendations to you about what your estate plan should be. And if at the end of that process, that telephone call, we agree and you agree that we should go forward and prepare the estate planning documents for you, then what we are going to do is we are going to prepare the estate planning documents for you. They're essentially the same quality documents that you would get from working directly with us in either our Lansing or Grand Rapids office. It's simply a different way of assisting you in getting your estate plan done so that you don't have to take the time out of your schedule to come to Lansing and to personally meet with us, as long as you're satisfied with telephone consultations and emails back and forth, etc., so that we can make sure that we're getting you taken care of. So that's how it works, and then we will prepare the documents. We'll send them to you via priority mail. The documents are going to have execution instructions in them, but most of the time, the authorized facilitator or your financial planner, if that's who it is, normally is going to be the one who's going to meet with you and help you get the documents all executed properly. And if you have a trust and you have questions or issues about funding your trust, which I've talked about in previous programs, normally your financial advisor can be of assistance to you in that respect. So it's trying to have you work through the very person that you already have trust in and confidence in, and that person probably already has a lot of information on you as well, and then working on that and having them involved as part of the team, if you will. I've talked before about the estate planning team, if you will, that includes a financial planner. So it keeps them as part of the plan, keeps them part of the planning team, and keeps them involved in the estate planning process. Now, what you might do is if you've got a financial planner and you're interested in having us work through your financial planner on getting your estate plan done, ask them if they're an authorized facilitator with Doyle Law PC. If they're not, you might suggest that they contact us. They could send me an email, Tom at TuesdayWithTom.com, or they could send it to my office email, Tom at DoyleLawPC.com, and I'll talk to them and see if it's something that a program that might fit within their practice. If not, or if you don't have a financial advisor already, we have a website, which is www.expressestateplans.com. That's www.expressestateplans.com. If you go to that site and select the consumer tab, you're going to find another tab about authorized facilitators. And if you click on that tab, that's going to take you to a Google map, and it's going to show all of the different locations of the authorized facilitators that are currently set up with our office throughout the state of Michigan. If you see a green tab that's convenient to you, click on it, and that's going to provide you with more contact information so that you can get in contact with that authorized facilitator so they can begin helping the process for you. And if you were to look through the list of facilitators, we have them throughout the state of Michigan. We have them in the Upper Peninsula. We have them in the southwest area of the state, obviously in the middle where we are here in Lansing. But we have them in Grand Rapids. If you look at the list, you'll find them fairly well spread out through the state of Michigan. A new office is currently being set up in Traverse City for one of the facilitators who already has an office in the Upper Peninsula. So it is an option for you if you want to look at having us prepare an estate plan for you and you want to work through a financial advisor in order to get that done. Of course, you're welcome if you don't work through a financial advisor and don't want to work through a financial advisor. You can certainly call our office, set up your own original estate planning consultation with our secretary, and we'll be happy to work with you that way as well. But it's another option. But getting back to today's topic, can your financial advisor help prepare your estate plan? Short answer, no. They can't help you prepare it in the sense of preparing documents or in the sense of making decisions about what your plan should be unless they're a licensed attorney. They can help you understand what estate planning is all about, and they can help you understand what all the different tools are that might be available to you. And if they're going to be using our service, it's a service by which they could then go beyond that and actually help by gathering the information that we need and submitting that information to our office.